Number 1. Chemistry. In the beginning of each episode, the chemical formula C10H15N, along with the number 149.24 and the word meth, can be seen just before the title appears. C10H15N is the formula for methamphetamine, which has the molecular weight of 149.24. The two chemical elements, bromine and barium, the abbreviated forms of which appear as highlighted boldface fonts in the title, have nothing to do with the manufacture of crystal meth. When characters on the show are smoking meth, they are actually smoking sugar, or rock candy, without inhaling. The candy meth is produced by the Candy Lady, a local business in Albuquerque. Before the series premiere, AMC was flooded with letters by concerned viewers who were afraid the show would glamorize the world of meth. When the show began to air, those letters ceased. Walter White's alias, Heisenberg, is a tribute to Werner Heisenberg, who formulated the uncertainty principle, which states that it is impossible to accurately determine both the position and the direction and speed of a particle at the same instant. Number 2. Gus. According to Giancarlo Esposito, he based his performance as Gus Fring on Edward James Olmos's performance as Lieutenant Martin Castillo in Miami Vice. He noticed that Olmos was very quiet and still, but suggested an inner turmoil. Esposito guest starred on that series 3 times. Gus Fring was originally supposed to appear in only 3 or 4 episodes. Giancarlo Esposito was asked to return for 7 episodes in season 3. Esposito refused to return, unless he could appear in more episodes. He ended up appearing in 11 episodes in the 3rd season. Number 3. Hating Skyler. Although the main character commits many serious crimes, including money laundering, murder, and manufacturing and distributing an illegal and very dangerous drug, a great deal of fan hatred focused on Skyler. Anna Gunn wrote a New York Times op-ed titled "I Have a Character Issue" about the phenomenon of TV viewers hating strong female characters, such as Skyler, Carmela Soprano of The Sopranos, and Betty Draper of Mad Men. Despite the fact that they are wives of male characters, who engage in much less sympathetic, and often outright criminal, behavior. Number 4. Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston stated in an interview that the term Breaking Bad is a Southern colloquialism, referring to someone who has taken a turn off the path of the straight and narrow. The lapse could last for a day, or a lifetime. In an interview, Vince Gilligan admitted that the writer's strike that shortened season 1 ended up benefiting the show. He'd planned for Walt's evil side to emerge in a shocking season finale. The strike led him to write the evolution much more gradually. There is an alternate ending of the series finale on the last season DVD. It involves Bryan Cranston playing the role of his Malcolm in the Middle character Hal, waking up from a nightmare, which happens to be the events of Breaking Bad. Jane Kaczmarek also makes a cameo appearance, as Lois. This was in homage to the finale of the sitcom Newhart. Number 5. Hector. Mark Margolis, who played Hector Salamanca, claimed in an interview that his character's mannerisms were influenced by his mother-in-law, who was in a similar condition, living in a nursing home. She would make the facial expressions as a sign of excitement when she had visitors. Mark also claimed he did not watch season 5 of Breaking Bad. The reason? He was not in it, so he had no reason to watch it. Number 6. Bryan Cranston. Sony and AMC were initially reluctant to cast Bryan Cranston because of his previous comedic roles. As the show progressed, Vince Gilligan noticed he had to stop criticizing Walt about how evil he was becoming in front of Bryan Cranston, because he was hurting the actor's feelings. Bryan Cranston reportedly cried after filming the scene in which Walter watches Jane die. The reason was because the image of Cranston's own daughter popped into his mind. After binge-watching the entire show in a span of 2 weeks, Anthony Hopkins wrote a glowing fan letter to Bryan Cranston, praising him and his fellow actors for their incredible acting, as well as lauding the rest of the crew, comparing the series to a great Shakespearean or Greek tragedy. Number 7. Hank. According to Dean Norris, While shooting the first half of season 5, he got a job offer to play a leading part in a sitcom. Knowing the series was ending, and thinking about providing for his family, Norris suggested to Vince Gilligan the idea of killing Hank in those first 8 episodes, arguing it would be shocking and unexpected. Gilligan refused, saying he needed Hank for the second half of the season. Hank ended up getting killed in one of the last episodes.
Thanks for watching.